assets, real estate investment trusts. Let them go do the work. These are public, public stock, if you will, real estate investment trusts, public equities. You can invest, and they're buying, and you know what they all do? They pay dividends. So they take a percentage of the profitability of the rent, and they divide it out, and they give it out to all their investors. So REITs, so sell your own damn house. You with me? Or do REITs, write down the next one, or do partnerships. Here's the easiest one. Write this one down. This is so simple. You ready? Find a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex because you can get traditional financing, right? Traditional financing in your marketplace because you know it, because you know the rents and you understand where things are going. Find it off market. Put your 6 or 5% commission into the deal and find 2 other investors to put their 6% in the deal. You now put 20% down. You own a third, they own a third, they own a third. You're in. Easy, right or wrong, guys? Want to know how? You email your database and say, I just found a killer duplex, triplex, fourplex. I'm going to put in a third. Would anyone else like to follow along? I'm looking for 2 partners. You form a new LLC, which your attorney does for you. You do it online, and just like that, you're an investor. Easy, right or wrong? Right or wrong, guys? And since you're having conversations and getting hand raisers every day, you're seeing more opportunities, yes or yes? Okay, 4th way, do a syndication. Either join one or you put money into one. All real estate, all easy, all at your discretion. Syndication is someone buys so I just invested in a syndication. They're building a high-rise in Dallas. I have to tell you guys about this. The place where I leased my building, so I was pissed because I didn't buy, so I leased that space, but I met the owners of it, and I've now invested in like 4 deals with them. So my rent is getting paid back to me by my dividends. Make sense? So syndication is they say, we're gonna be the GP, you're gonna be the LP. I'm the general partner, I own 20% or 30% of the deal. You're an LP, you're a limited partner. You have no say in the matter, but I'm going to give you tax credit, so tax write-off, plus you're gonna get dividends, plus you're gonna get appreciation. And when we refinance and we pull a bunch of cash out, you're gonna get your equity of that. Syndications. Now the more interesting thing is you should Google the name Eric Eickhoff. Eric Eickhoff, who I do all my apartment syndications with, I had him break down how to do apartment syndications on a YouTube, on a video, and he told everybody exactly what we do. We bought 340 units. We're going in escrow on another 120 unit building today. It's like what Grant Cardone is doing. Okay, so watch this. Grant was not on this list, but I was with Grant in Vegas, then LA, then in Miami. And each time Grant said to me, come on, Ferry, come on. Jeff Mays and Grant Cardone together. One's got a heart of gold, one's a little douche-alicious, but his wife is a sweetheart. His wife really is a sweetheart. If anybody saw me do live with him, like we're 5 minutes in, I was holding the camera. We're like 5 minutes into this live video on Facebook, and it's me, Grant, and Elena. And about 5 minutes in, I kind of just politely went like this. So Elena, tell me, I just completely muffled him through the next 45 minutes of the interview. He's a nice guy, but you know what he said to me? Hey man, why don't you give me a couple $1 million, get inside all my syndication deals? And I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna do my own. Which is what you should be saying right now in the room. I can do my own. Careful. Make sense? Now, everything I've told you so far is Googleable, yes or no? Everything is on YouTube, yes or yes? The question is, what are you going to do? So I'm going to speed up. You ready? So I'm going to be mindful of time because we still got to do some mental toughness. We got to get out of here. Okay, I'm going to skip that entire page, but I'm going to give you this one. Write this in your notes. This is an action. I want you to spend 1 hour every week going forward. 1 hour, Matt, in your calendar every week. Only do this if you want to change your identity and create more wealth. If you have no interest and you like your current position and you think the current financial trajectory of your life is killing it, don't do this. But for everybody else, spend 1 hour every week. Answer basically 3 questions. Where is the market going? Where is the market going? Where is the market going? Where is there no inventory? Where is there a home that comes on the market and sells in 2 seconds with 11 different offers, right? You all know that market in your area, yes or yes? and then go find every ugly house in that neighborhood and go knock on their door. Go find every old house, 2-story, 114-year-old couple. You with me? Knock on their door. Hi, my name is Tom Ferry. This is what I do. Wanted to make an introduction. Wanted to invite you to one of my seller seminars coming up. I'm helping a lot. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. You know what to say. And then guess what now? Every week, what are you now focusing on? You're not focusing on trying to find a listing, because a 3 or a 2.5% commission is awesome. You know what's really awesome? A $400,000 gain on something you bought or sold to somebody else. Everybody with me? But if it's not in your schedule, it doesn't exist. Yes or yes? Yes or yes? Okay, that's the first one. The second one is, where are the opportunity zones? And I don't mean opportunity zone by the obvious tax locations that many, Newark, New Jersey, that kind of stuff. I mean, where are the opportunities? My friends in Dallas. South Dallas is where all the billionaires are buying right now. All of them. The Perot family. Everybody's buying all of South Dallas. Why? Because North Dallas is now Oklahoma. East Dallas is now Louisiana. West, eventually we're just going to be living in oil, so that's probably not going to happen. But South Dallas, the next opportunity is we're just going to go all the way down to Austin. If you don't look at your marketplace and say, wait a minute, where are the people buying low-cost dirt for the opportunity that's coming? I'm not saying you have to buy everything, but should you know? So when you meet an investor who says, tell me about your marketplace, what are the opportunities? Well, what are you looking for? Let's have a conversation about it. What are your outcomes? What are you trying to accomplish? Yada, yada, yada. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I challenge you to write an offer once a month on something. Now, my buddy Kirk up here is like, once a month? What are you, part-timer? Kirk, have you written any offers since we've been here? 2. We've only been in Vegas for like 4 days. But this morning, I'm doing a podcast, and Kirk is trying to buy a piece of land and then a hotel down in Nicaragua, or wherever you're talking about. Like, all he does is just deals. And then his team sells 550 homes a year. And then he goes on a $2 million listing appointment, and he tries to buy another house. Make sense? Do you guys get the shift in identity? Okay, let me give you 2 more and then we're done. This could be the most important one. Please write this down. You have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to sacrifice. They all said the same thing. You have to be willing to sacrifice. None of you are sacrificing. Look, okay, can we just be honest? Has anybody traveled around the world? Has anybody been outside of your country? Where's my buddy from South Africa? We're chatting. She's like, oh, Tom, let me show you. Every 3 hours, all of the electricity goes off for 2 hours. But it only happens every day, 3 times a day. The good news is there's an app that lets us know when. So I put solar panels up and I have a generator so I can stay on the internet and continue to do my business. Tell me about your sacrifice. I'll have a double latte. Oh, this is not hot enough.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, keep it in perspective. You guys with me? Here's your sacrifice.
I only go to McDonald's.
10 meaningful conversations, 5 opportunities, 2 pieces of business, 2 listing appointments. Oh, suffer, and make $800,000, $2 million. That's your sacrifice. So I'm not going to tell you everything I wrote down because some of it, like, how many of you have someone in your life who maybe it was your parents or your grandparents that really sacrificed so you could be in this seat today?
Yeah.
All of us, yes or yes?